Welcome back to the car vlogs and Erica's Accurate TL. I have no time for the whole intro stuff this morning, so we are literally just going to back out of the driveway. I don't even know where we're going. I've got 15 minutes to get there and it's half a mile. And by 15 minutes to get there, I mean 15 minutes until it closes. And if you've ever worked in service industry, you probably know that people don't really appreciate you coming in right as they close. Okay, it's only a 4-minute drive though. This is a very impromptu trade vlog. A girl that replied to my marketplace listing said that there's this coffee shop and they have a lot of airplane themed things like old plane parts and model planes, and she said that she thought the owner might be interested in trading with me. It just sounds really cool to trade with a local coffee shop. Part of this project for me is getting more involved in my local community. I'm sure at some point I'm gonna have to start making trades grander than my local area. I'm gonna go try to trade with them. I didn't want to go early this morning, which is when I was available. Coffee shops are busy early in the morning and it's rude to like ask them to do something like this during busy time. Yeah, we're like literally a minute away. I don't even know if the owner's gonna be there. Hey, I have this model airplane and I'm trying to trade it for a van. What are you willing to trade me to get there? We'll see. We'll see in 1 minute. It looks really cute. Helpful news. I believe I spoke with the owner. He was very friendly. He really likes the model plane. He's like, people come in here with all sorts of stuff and I don't always like it, but I really like this one. I told him the story of how I got it, what I'm doing, what I think it's worth. He's gonna think about a potential trade. Fingers crossed that this all works out. I didn't even get a coffee. I need to go back and get a coffee. I'm in a lot of pain this morning. My legs are so sore that it hurts to do anything at all. And then yesterday I decided to kick my toe into a rock in our house. The rock usually props open the door. Now it's jammed, kind of pretending that there's nothing wrong because I don't want to have a broken toe or a jammed toe or a sprained toe or any of the toe things. Besides that, I am in a super good mood because we are making our second trade today. Last time I hopped on the camera, I was heading off to a coffee shop and I hadn't heard back from them, so I followed up a few days later and they were no longer interested. So I felt kind of like I was back to square one. I had received a few offers for the model airplane, but all of them were under $100, really like $50 to $80 value. Yeah, I was feeling pretty defeated until yesterday. I sent probably 100 marketplace inquiries, mostly outdoor gear. I don't know why, I just felt like there's a lot of outdoor gear in like the $100 to $200 range. One guy out of the 100 replied to me and was super enthusiastic about the whole project. So I'm heading over to their house today. Do you ever get a weird feeling in your nose? We are off. It's about a 26-minute drive and I am gonna have to stop and get gas, and also I'm hoping that a gas station has those free air things because I have a flat tire. It is a slow leaking flat tire. I can still drive on it, but I definitely have to fill it up like twice a day, which is a blast, while I wait for my new tire to come in. This trade is in Chapel Hill. I'm in Durham, North Carolina. Chapel Hill is like honestly right next door. It's where I went to school. Go UNC, go Utes. Actually, I have therapy today, which is in Chapel Hill. So I'm gonna go straight from the trade to therapy and then to editing. Honestly, couldn't ask for a better day. Takes little things to make me happy. So I found this trade on Facebook Marketplace. Actually, what I ended up doing was searching for people that were moving, because a lot of the times people that are moving don't want to bring stuff with them. They want to downsize. Hiccups. If they want to downsize, they might be willing to get rid of stuff. He messaged me back and gave me a little story about how him and his wife, I believe, are actually packing up their stuff. They sold their house in Chapel Hill and they're moving to Belize to pursue their dreams of opening up some cabanas there and renting them out and living in Belize. First of all, I literally get chills telling that story because I freaking love stories of people pursuing their entrepreneurial dreams and traveling and making it work. Second of all, he was so freaking nice. He was like, we would love to trade you this And also, when you get your van, you should drive down to Belize in your van and come stay in our cabanas. This is gonna be hopefully a connection that I can keep up with throughout the trading process. I'd love to stay updated on their journey too. Super excited about this trade. These people seem awesome. Today is like 1 week from my last trade. I didn't feel rushed because I am trying to be very strategic about it, and my first trade was a big move, but I did want to make another trade within the week. This one just came right on time, in alignment with everything. When I get there, I am going to obviously show you what the trade is and have them hopefully tell a little bit about their story. I found you on Facebook Marketplace and you replied and you're like, I'm super into this, and I didn't know what you were going to say after that. So then you told me about you're moving to Belize, you sold your home here already, and you're following your own entrepreneurial dreams. So I'd love to just hear more about that process, like what made you decide to move to Belize and what is this dream going to kind of turn into?
Yeah, well, we went down there for the first time in 2010. It was like our first vacation together. And we said when we left there that we're moving there by 2012.
Takes time.
So, yeah, just with COVID and everything, and we're both kind of just over our jobs, and we're just like, we can do this now. We travel a lot and stay in Airbnbs. We were always like, oh, we could do this. Like, why don't we ever do this? Why don't we just put up some cabins and do that down there?
And run it out down there, which is honestly like an amazing way to make money. Is Belize one of your favorite places you've been to, or is it the place you could see yourself moving to the most?
All of our traveling pretty much has been Central America. And Belize was like the first.
I think everywhere we've been, we say, oh, that was our favorite. So we have like 10 favorite places. But yeah, I think Belize being the first, and we just had a draw toward it.
A lot of people in the U.S. like to move down there to retire, and so you already bought the property down there, and you're planning on building these cabanas on the property when you get down there.
Correct.
And then renting them out. Love to stay in touch, and
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
whenever that materializes, I'll send all of the people that are following my trade journey down there, and I will come visit you in my
Yes.
van. Yeah,
Yes,
that
that
sounds
would be
great.
awesome.
Okay, trade reveal. Right now it just looks like a black bag, but I promise it's something. Hopefully that focuses. It is a tent. A tent. A tent. My voice cracked. It is an REI tent. Passage 1 backpacking 1-person tent. Weighs 3 pounds. It also comes with the footprint, so that adds value. I looked it up online before I came here. It retailed for $140. It's been opened once. It's definitely an upgrade again from the airplane. If you watched my last video, you saw that the new version of that model plane with a box sold for $170 last year. I would value my airplane at $100. Might be a stretch, probably closer to like $80. The people I traded with, hopefully we will stay connected, and when they have their cabanas up and running. Who doesn't want to go stay at some cool cabanas in Belize? Like, I'm going in my van. If you want to join me, we're gonna head down there when we get the van. We'll do the rest of the US and then we'll head down to Belize. I'm gonna list this tent online. I wish I could go camping. My tent in the back of my car is a 4-person tent. Fun story. I camped in that 4-person tent with my current roommate, Alicia, back in Colorado. We hiked our first 14er and we camped at 11,000 feet in a 4-person tent in October. It was so cold. It's like 15 degrees. If you don't camp, the thing about tents is you buy a smaller tent to preserve heat. 4-person tent is big, like we can almost stand up in it. It does not preserve heat well at all. We were freezing. I slept maybe 2 hours. Then we hiked a 14er and it was cool. Quandary Peak. I didn't know what a 14er was before I went to Colorado. 14er means over 14,000 feet peak. Can't wait till I make it back out to Colorado in my van and can do some more camping and hiking. I want to go now. So yeah, made our second trade. Woohoo! Trade number 2. And see what's coming up next. Follow me at Adventure with Air on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I post shorter content on TikTok and Instagram, and then these are more longer form vlogs where we get to go through the whole trade experience, how I make the trades, how I make decisions, and meet the people that I trade with. I'm gonna go to therapy now. My therapist is gonna be like, you're in a really good mood. Yes, because I just traded a plant for a tent. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Thank you so much for following along. I'll see you next week or tomorrow or whenever we make our next trade. I'm having so much fun. I should get a thumbnail with my little plane. One of those will work. Okay.